guys, what's up? Today we're going to be doing the top 10 starting lineups in the NBA when they're healthy, so players like Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Klay Thompson can be in this. But before we get into the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, like the video, and comment down below what you think the top 10 starting lineups in the NBA are. So we have two honorable mentions, and the first one is the Indiana Pacers, not in any order, but the Indiana Pacers are the first honorable mention. I just compared them to these other 10 teams and didn't think they were as good as them, sadly. Of course, I like the Pacers because I'm a big Malcolm Brogdon fan, but their starting lineup is Malcolm Brogdon, Victor Oladipo, TJ Warren, Sabonis, and Miles Turner. Just a great starting five. I really don't know how they didn't make it into the top 10, but just once you see those 10 other teams, then you'll get why they aren't in it. And the second team was the Portland Trailblazers with Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Kent Bazemore, Zach Collins, and Yusuf Nurkic. I also really wanted them to be in it, but other than Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they just don't have that great of other players. Now, I know Yusuf Nurkic did have a great season last year before he got injured, but the small forward and power forward positions are just so weak. Now, at number 10 is the Boston Celtics with Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and Enes Kanter. Enes, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry about that. But I just don't feel like this team has good enough chemistry, and this team is really young, especially the starting five. Kemba Walker and Kanter are both new to this team, and Hayward wasn't in the starting lineup last year, and he was just in his first year last year. This is still just the second year of his team in this team playing. And Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're both really young, and I do think they have the potential to rise up way higher. But I just think in this year, I don't think they'll rise up any higher. Now, a few years from now, they could be like top 5, I believe. Their team is going to be stacked in a few years from now, but it's just a little bit too young for me to rank them higher. And like I said, I know I keep saying this, but just you'll get it once you get to the top teams. I really wanted to put the Celtics higher as well. Once you see the top teams, you'll realize why these teams are so low. Now, this one made me really mad that I couldn't put them higher because you guys know I'm a huge Nuggets fan, but they're at number 9, the Denver Nuggets, with Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Will Barton, Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic. Now, of course, this team will probably improve. A lot of these players are young, especially Jokic and Murray, but the team does have a pretty good bench, which just elevates them a ton. Millsap will probably decline a bit, which hurts them a bit, but his experience is just what makes this team so good. I think I might be underrating this team, though. Tell me if I am in the comments, but just because Jokic and Murray have had playoff experience now, as well as Gary Harris, Will Barton, all those young people, now they actually have playoff experience, so they might be higher than 9. I mostly just put them down because they're a young group, but they could be higher. I could definitely be wrong on that. Now at number 8, we have the Milwaukee Bucks, and I know you guys are probably saying this is so low, but they do have a good bench. You have to remember that, and I think the loss of Brogdon is going to hit really hard for them. He's arguably their second or third most important player, probably their second or third behind Giannis and with Middleton, just because he might not have been their second or third best player. He could have been, might not have been. I don't know, that's all up to you. But he's just so important because he can shoot the 3 ball really well, and he's just a pure shooter. He's so good at that. He can dish the ball, he can really do everything, but his specialty is shooting. And that's what this team really needs, so I think they're definitely going to fall now, but they're still at number 8 with Eric Bledsoe, Wesley Matthews as Brogdon's replacement, and Matthews isn't that good, but yeah, Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton, who's way overpaid, Giannis, and Brook Lopez I'm worried that Brook Lopez will decline because he isn't the youngest, as well as Eric Bledsoe. All those, they're not the youngest people in the world, so hopefully they don't decline. But Middleton and Giannis, I really expect to see a huge leap. And I kind of want to see a three-point shot from Giannis this year, especially with Kyle Korver on the same team he is. Now, you guys know I'm also really high on this team. I'm so mad that I put them so low, but like I said, top teams are really stacked. But it's the Utah Jazz with Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Bogdan Bogdanovic, or Bojan. No, it's Bojan. I'm sorry, I always get those two confused. Bojan Bogdanovic and Rudy Gobert. Just such a stacked team. We have 3 All-Stars, a really good player, and then a great 3-and-D player. And Conley, hopefully he'll be an All-Star eventually in his career. I'm really doubting it because he's going to start to regress. But Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, they're going to be an All-Star sometime soon. They're both pretty young. Joe Ingles, he's a fan favorite, and I love Jingles, but he's a great 3-and-D player. And then Bogdanovic, he's just such a good player. He really performed after Oladipo went out. I'm worried a bit that he won't perform as well because he has some stars on his team, but he's still just a great player in general. Now at number 6, we have the Brooklyn Nets, and you do have to remember this is with Kevin Durant in. So we have Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, Caris LeVert, Kevin Durant, and Jarrett Allen. And yes, Caris LeVert is playing at the small forward spot. I looked on ESPN. They put Caris LeVert at shooting guard instead of Joe Harris. I personally would have put Joe Harris, but ESPN said that Joe Harris was at the shooting guard spot instead. But it's still a really stacked team. You have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, 2 of the best players. Jarrett Allen, a great rim protector. Joe Harris, he can stretch the 3 ball really well and can play D. The great 3-and-D player, especially, he won the 3-point shooting contest. He's a great 3-and-D player. And then Caris LeVert, who last year at the start of the season and then in the playoffs, he showed signs of being an all-star. Maybe he could be the 3rd star to this team. But this team is really, really good. I absolutely love them. It's just their depth after Kyrie, KD, you have LeVert, who is pretty good. But then you have Jarrett Allen and Joe Harris, which I don't really love for the people in a great starting lineup. Now, I think people definitely think I'm overrating this Rockets team, but they're at number 5. You have to remember, though, they don't have a ton of depth. They have to win their starting lineup, and that's why they're contenders. You have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, and Clint Capella on the starting lineup. That's just absolutely insane. James Harden, arguable back-to-back MVP. Russell Westbrook, former MVP, not past his prime, still a great player. Eric Gordon, 3-and-D type player, can definitely stretch the court, as well as PJ Tucker. This entire team can shoot the 3 ball. Russell Westbrook, not that well, but he will shoot it. You have to remember that. And if his 3-point numbers go down, he could definitely have a higher efficiency. And then Clint Capella, just great around the rim. He's that type of player that you want to have. And I think James Harden, Russell Westbrook, everyone's talking about, they're going to do trash. You have to remember, they've known each other since they were 10. They just are good friends with each other, and I think they're going to have great chemistry. And I think Gordon, Tucker, Capella, if they could just do their job, this team can definitely go far in the playoffs and be a top starting lineup. At number 4, it's the Golden State Warriors. Yes, Steph Curry, D'Lo, Clay, Draymond Green, and Willie Cauley-Stein. This is almost exactly like the team that won 73 games, except you replace Iguodala with another All-Star. Yeah, this team is absolutely insane. They don't have a ton of depth, sadly, and their perimeter defense is going to be terrible other than Klay Thompson. But this team is just going to beat everyone on offense. You have Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, 3 of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and 2 of the best 3-point shooters of all time. And one of them, the other one, is young and has the potential to be one of the greatest 3-point shooters. Probably won't, but he's a great three-point shooter. You have another great defender, and then just a really good, serviceable center, I would say. Not really good, but he's serviceable for a team of this talent. That's just insane. That amount of talent. I can't wait to see them. Now, at number 3, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. You might move them up a bit, but you have to remember their bench is insane. But they do, according to ESPN, this is their lineup. Just imagine this lineup on your team. Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Montrezl Harrell, and Ivica Zubac. Is anyone going to be able to score on that? No. You have Pat Bev, one of the best defenders in the entire league. Kawhi and PG, some of the best defenders, and then 2 centers on the court at once. Tell me a better defensive team than that. There isn't. And Kawhi and PG can score if they want to. This team is absolutely insane. I don't even need to say more. Now at number 2, we have the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James at point guard. It was reported that he was going to be playing point guard for the season, at least starting it off. And then Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, Anthony Davis, and for the memes, Dwight Howard. Yes, Dwight Howard's going to be the starting center since DeMarcus Cousins went out with injury. But this team is just insane. You have LeBron James, which I'm kind of worried about playing point guard, especially since he's pretty old. I mean, he's still really good, but he's pretty old. And I'm just old player at point guard. I'd definitely rather have a younger player at point guard. But Danny Green, great 3-and-D player. LeBron still, he's really good. Kyle Kuzma, I think he can take a step up this year and be a 3rd star on their team, especially without some of the pressure. Most of the pressure I feel like is going to be on LeBron this year and Anthony Davis. Not as much their young core since almost all of it got traded away. Now there definitely might be some pressure left, but I definitely think he can do it, especially since he is training with Greg Popovich. And then you have Anthony Davis. If he doesn't get injured, this team has a great chance of winning the title. Now, if we're talking about a better defensive team, this is the only team that actually challenges the Clippers. That is the Philadelphia 76ers, yes, at the number 1 spot with Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson. Of course, they have to play big. So they put Tobias Harris at small forward, Al Horford at power forward, and Joel Embiid at center. Now, Ben Simmons was working on his shot, but who really cares about the offense here? Joel Embiid can score. Tobias Harris can score. Everyone on this team can score except for Josh Richardson. He isn't the best. But, I mean, the defense here, Ben Simmons is a power forward. Josh Richardson, one of the best defending shooting guards in the league. Tobias Harris, oh my gosh, I can't say his name. Tobias Harris is a power forward, also playing small forward. Al Horford's a center playing power forward. Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid. Let's just say that. He's extremely good. And Al Horford is the Joel Embiid stopper. Now they took him away, so they don't have to play him in the playoffs. So now Joel Embiid can feast on everyone. This team defensively is insane. I don't know who's better, the Clippers or the 76ers defensively. It's absolutely insane. This team can stop anyone. But guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, like the video, and comment down below what your top 10 starting lineups will be, and who you think I should have put in, and who do you think I should have left out that I got wrong. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and peace.